After the full moon comes the disseminating moon. For that, I designed Heartful. My first book, a little book of moon-inspired shawls, was released in November 2023, and it is now time to start releasing the patterns individually. If you would like to have the full collection and all the texts that I've written about the moon and the different moon phases, go check out the book, The Disseminating Moon. It is the phase where, for the first time, the moon begins to appear smaller. The dark areas or the light areas begin to diminish, and the shadow areas to grow. So the moon has entered the second half of its cycle. This is also the phase where the outward energy that we've been feeling since the new moon is now starting to turn back inwards. First half is outwards and action inward. The second half is inwards and sort of inner work instead of the more concrete steps that you may have been feeling the energy and the sort of push to do so far. In today's world, this is the maybe the more challenging phase, since we are constantly being asked to create. So trying to find these aspects and these elements in your life is maybe sometimes a good idea to take a little breath and let go of the things that no longer work. For this moon phase, I designed Heartful, which is one of the easiest shawls to knit from the book. It is an asymmetric triangle shawl, and it is worked with scrap yarns. So for this one, I used the yarns I had left over from all the other shawls in the book. You can go stash diving in your collection. So it's about DK to worsted weight yarn. It doesn't really even matter if the gauge or the thickness of the yarns are similar all throughout, as long as you're happy with the fabric you're producing. So it's knit with just one needle size. Always holding one or two yarns together, 2 or 3 yarns together at the same time. So there are some heavier bits and some thinner bits, but it all looks nice in the end. And I've left the yarn ends. So whenever I ran out of yarn, I just left it hanging out mid-row and picked up a new one. And then at the end, I took some extra bits of yarn lengths and added them to further enhance the little tassels sort of on the shawl body itself, not on the edges, but on the shawl body. If you don't like them, you can always weave them in, but I kind of like the liveliness they bring to the shawl, and it's also very symbolic of just letting go. Okay, the yarn ended, it doesn't work for me anymore. Just gonna leave it, pick up a new one, and continue onwards. So sort of concrete letting go. And if you're knitting this with scrap yarns or yarn ends, oddballs from here and there, as you're also processing all the memories and all the previous experiences you've had with the yarns, and then just sort of letting go of them. Okay, I don't need this one anymore. Let's process. It's worked both concretely and metaphorically in the shawl. So yeah, that's the symbolism here. You can of course just use any DK or worsted weight yarn to work a garter stitch shawl like this with a little garter, or the eyelet decorations on the sides. Regardless of your yarn choice, this will be sort of a breather for your mind. Maybe, yeah. So if you've been challenging yourself with more difficult knits, this is something to give your mind a little break and just enjoy creating something beautiful with your hands with no worries. And that's sometimes a gift you can give yourself. So I hope you enjoy it, and I love seeing versions of patterns like this where you use scrap yarns, because they just always feel so personal to the maker. So if you knit this, please share your version with me. And you can find the pattern in my Ravelry store, It's available now for individual download, and of course it's part of the book, a little book of moon-inspired shawls, the physical copy and the ebook version. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with the next shawl.